Hello everyone. So this is our second video where I'll be telling you a step-by-step process to how to develop a BI Publisher report in Oracle Fusion. And the first step is log into your instance, go to Tools. Here we see an option called Reports and Analytics. Click on Reports and Analytics. Once you click on Reports and Analytics, it will redirect you to the catalog page, and we need to click on this browse catalog. Once it is open, then we can start developing the report. The first and foremost step to develop a report is you should know the client requirement. What exactly do we need? Then as per the requirement, prepare a select query. Let's say we'll take an example from AR RA customer transaction all. So let's take the receivables header table, and from there we will pass a parameter as per our requirement. So let's start. The first step is to create a data model. We'll go to the new. In new there is an option called data model. We'll click on data model. Then we need to create a new data set. SQL query. We will give a custom name. For example, we'll say test sav. The data source has to be FSCM. The type of SQL is standard SQL. We'll write a query. We'll write all our query from simple to complex here. So first we will query the table. We'll go data. We can get a maximum from 5 to 200 rows. This is just for visualizing the data and to validate your test cases. View table view. Now we can get our corresponding desired columns from this table. For example, we will take an example, take a column named transaction number, transaction date, and we can get as per our requirement. So for just for testing, we will consider only 3 to 4 columns. Okay, so we will consider this transaction number, which is nothing but an invoice number, transaction date, and let's say customer transaction ID. Now the client wants us to show these 3 columns. We'll take them into a select query and put it into our data set. Yeah, so we have our query prepared. This is the first and foremost step to write a query and validate it. Now, this is just the simple query where we will write the query, get the data, and develop the report. But generally, this is not the case. We always need a filter. Filter means the parameters. We'll have multiple parameters. I have even developed a report with almost 15 to 20 parameters. But let's say for testing purpose, for learning purpose, we'll take one parameter as transaction number. We'll take a transaction number as a parameter, and I'll tell you how we can pass the parameter in the report, where transaction number is equal to colon p trx number. You can give any customized name as per the standards. So I'll give p transaction number with colon. Now once I click on it, this parameter will be created here. We need to do the checkbox, and now this parameter has been created. But since this is a parameter which is coming from the database, generally it will be in the form of LOV. After a while I will show you how to create a LOV. So we'll give it as a TRX, or we can say as an invoice number, as a display name. It is a form field, we just need to enter the parameter value and we will get it. But since it client won't be remembering and all the data, and it will be difficult for even client to get the particular invoice number and enter it. Instead of entering, which is quite not, it's not desirable, we can, so see, I got the data for the invoice number 33. Yeah, so we have 4 records for 33, but generally it is not the case. We have to create a LOV, list of values. Hence for that we have to go to this particular parameter and make it as a menu instead of text. But before that, since it is an LOV, we have to create a LOV in this. We need to create the steps are, we need to create the LOV and attach the same to the parameter. Plus the type would be SQL, data source would be FSCM. Here write the query, select transaction number from array customer transaction all. We will put it, and always try to write group by in this statement, because it might show the duplicate records. Either you can use distinct or group by for the same purpose, but generally we avoid using distinct, hence group by. Now this LOV has been created, we will attach it to the particular parameter. Since you can see there is no option of attaching the LOV, we will change the parameter type as menu. Menu is, in this it will come like this. Now there is one option called can select all. If we will choose null value and you have not chosen any value, and it will pass null. Now let okay, or if we will choose L, it will take all the values. And if we have multiple parameters, so after choosing this parameter, it will refresh the screen the data and it will go to the next parameter. So let's say consider this one, and then I'll tell you there would be a bug, there would be an issue will occur, and we will get to know how to resolve it. So I have passed null, go to the test sev data, again we have to refresh it. Yeah, so the LOV has been prepared. Now again I will take the same example so that I can show you that we have the data of that particular invoice number. If we click on view, the data will be there. But if we will take all means currently we have chosen it as a null. Can select all, this all is can select all, and will be either null or all values. So I have passed null. Let's see how what data we will get. So we did not get any data. And why we did not get any data? Because for if we are going to choose null, we are supposed to handle NVL in our query for the at the place of parameter. Hence we will select the NVL X number and now again this null, and we will see if we are getting the data or not. We are supposed to get the data because see, it was not coming because NVL was not handled, and we have not we did not choose this. We have chosen null value as pass in at the place of null. Now the data model part has been done. We have got the data. Let me Go to the next step. Okay, now first, as if you would have worked earlier on the report, preferably in EBS, you would be knowing we need two things. One is the SQL query which generates the XML, and other one is RTF file. So for getting the RTF file, we need the XML file, and in this we can get the XML file by using this export. We will click on export. An XML file will be generated. Then we will save some sample data. It's not a mandatory step. In one of the interview, one of the interviewer asked me, and she was confirming that this is the mandatory step to do save as sample data. Otherwise, it will not redirect you to the create report. But this is not the case. If you don't save as sample data, if you don't click on it, there would be a pop-up. It will say either you save it or you can go ahead. So generally we do it, but even if you don't do it, you forgot, or don't want to click on save as sample data, you can go ahead and create the report. Now the second step is to create the report, but let me first save it. Test Savian. You can give any customized name as per the standards. Click on it, and here we go. Now we can go to the create report. Before going to create report, in this we need to attach the RTF, so we will prepare the RTF file. This is the Word document, and for preparing the RTF file, we are supposed to have an icon named add-in or BI publisher. We are supposed to download and get it installed, but sometimes what happens, even if it is installed, it is not visible. So I'll tell you one way. This is also, many people face this issue, that even if the BI publisher is correctly installed, but they are not able to see the same. Now I will tell you the steps to how you can see the BI publisher add-in. Go to the options, go to the add-ins, then click on go. You will see these both of the options are unchecked. You have to check both the boxes. Click on OK. See, now the BI publisher has we are able to see the BI publisher add-in. We will load the XML which we just have downloaded. Click on all the fields. We have three fields now: customer transaction ID, transaction number, transaction date, and you can modify the names as per the requirement. We will save it into the RTF file. Test CV rep. Okay, would be in RTF format, rich text format, and it is saved. Now we'll go and create the report. Once you see it, we have to first cancel it, upload the RTF. We can give it as output. RTF file has been uploaded. Type would be RTF. Language would be English. Upload. And now here we go. We have uploaded it successfully. We can choose the output formats whichever we want. We can have the multiple output formats at the same time, and in that there would be a default format. So for example, you have chosen PDF, Excel and PowerPoint. Initially it would be PDF, and later you can choose it to as per the requirement, Excel or PowerPoint. Now how it will be connected, how this report will be connected to its corresponding data model. For that we have to add the data model here. Yeah, and then save it also. Test. You can give the customized names. There would generally be two different folders since it is for training and sample data. I'm just saving it in the same folder. Generally the data model have one other folder, and the RTF for saving this report there would be a different folder. Now we are good to go. Just we need to see the report output, but before that there is a very small step in order to save the auto run property. Generally if you do this if you follow all the steps and develop a report, it's perfectly fine. But the report, once you go to the report output, once you click on view report, it will be in the auto run. What will happen if there is a millions and trillions of lines of data? Then it will keep on running. And because since we will have multiple filters, that is parameters, to restrict the number of data, but since it will be an auto run property, we have to remove that property. So this is the auto run property. Click on, just remove the checkbox into from the this property, then save it, and now we are good to go. We can do the view report. We can choose our particular parameter. For example, let's say 12004. It would be in PDF format. We can see the data. If you want to choose from PDF to Excel, we can go ahead and do it. Yes, so it has been downloaded, and here we go. So for today, that is all from my end. Do comment if you have any query, and I'll bring with more videos in detailed and complicated BI publisher report development. Even in the next video, I'll explain you the how dependent parameter functionality works. Thank you so much. My name is Ankush Tiwari, and you can contact me on the email as datiwariankush@gmail.com. Thank you so much. Please subscribe my channel and share the video to your friends. Thank you so much.